As a Minecraft player, a base is one of the most important things, but what is an amazing base without an epic entrance? And today we're going to be exploring 3 of the simplest and coolest ways to enter your hidden base. So today we have 3 cool entrances to show you in my very real world. I'm pretty proud of the terraforming though, like come on guys, that looks pretty cool. So the first way, I'm going to show off all 3 and then show you how to make them. You push a button, you slide in your hidden underground base, and it's like, oh my god, this is my base, my very end game base. And oh, how am I up there? Oh, I'm flying. That makes sense. Okay. So you're in your base, and then you press this button, and the door will kind of push you out a little bit, but it's fine. This next one, you push the button, you stand on the block, and it even pushes you out. Now that wasn't actually intended to design, but I kind of just left it in there because it's cool. And then you close it, and then to leave, do that. You jump at the right time, so just pretend that you jumped at the right time. That will take some getting used to. Hit that button, and apparently you glitch through the floor. Now I can promise that in most versions of the game that won't happen. I think I'm currently on a snapshot, and that's probably why that behaves that way. If it does happen in your game, just don't use that one. Very simple. Right, and on to the next one, which is the coolest. You just punch the lava, and then you have this cool, like, oh my god, and then, like, you know, it's a door, and I completely forgot my game sounds really low. And like, yeah, and then you do that. And just don't step outside in this point, because you're going to get a face full of lava. It'll take about 10 minutes to actually hit you, but you'll still get one. So without any further ado, let's get into making them. So this is design run. It's very simple, as all things are in this video. And well, you have 2 pistons connected to the blocks that you want to move, which in our case are the red blocks that are around here. You then have a piece of redstone on this block, a redstone torch connecting it, and then you have a line of redstone connected from where your button is. So in our case, you can see that there is a button there. So you have a line of redstone going from there. You have a comparator facing this way and a comparator facing this way. This acts as a pulse extender, so it keeps it open for longer. If you need it to be open for longer than it already is, then you can do this, and it will actually give you a longer pulse if you look. And if you don't need the pulse extender at all, you can just do that, and then it will be same time as button press. So that's design 1. Now on to design 2. So design 2 is probably the most complicated of all of them. So let's start at the beginning. This is where the button is. The button could alternatively be there or there, it doesn't really matter, as long as this block gets powered. Minecraft makes creepy noises. Then it will run down. This is a double piston extender, so I'm actually going to move the platform there. You have an observer facing this repeater on 4 ticks, 2 pistons facing upwards, and then when it's down the block will be there, when it's up the block will be there. You then also, running off this block, have a total of 20 ticks of repeaters, which is what worked for me, which is how the block gets pushed or pulled at the end of the thing. So that's what pulls that, and then it pushes it back out because there's only so long. If you want, you can have a pulse extender on here. So for example, have it like this. Comparators. This is completely optional if you want it. Have a pulse extender, and then when you drop down, it will actually give you a little bit longer. When you drop down, it will give you a little longer before it pushes you off, but it doesn't really matter because it usually just pushes you into the base, which is kind of useful. So I don't personally have that, but say it's all up to you. Then you have, so essentially just 20 blocks of repeaters is all you need, and that's basically it. It looks a lot more intimidating. You just have to make sure this observer is facing this repeater, these two sticky pistons are facing upwards. So on to the third and final design. Now this is undoubtedly the simplest of all of them. The first part is that you need to have the lever somewhere where you can hit it through the lava, which for me is on the first block of inside the base. Well, it's actually second block, but it has to be within 5 blocks to reach, I think, and it has to be in a decently memorable position, because otherwise you're going to be locked out of your base for hours just randomly clicking into lava. Then you just need a line of redstone running, a torch tower, and depending on the height, your torch might be on or it'll be off. If it's off, you just run it into a piston, which cuts off. Wait, let's flip the lever so I can show you. It will just cut off the lava stream. It doesn't destroy the source block, because otherwise if it destroys the source block, then the lava stops. You can alternatively use a dispenser. I prefer to use a piston, just because why not? So that's the circuitry if the torch is on. If the torch is off, so we're just going to take an input from here, output even. All you need to do is have it run, so basically, just get up to here. You should need to have another torch, so it will constantly be on, and then it will work in the exact same way if I wire it up. Exact same concept, you flip it, it turns it off, on and off. So that's nice and simple. And that was 3 cool ways to enter your base with virtually no redstone knowledge in Minecraft. Really can be just anything 1.13 above, I think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. And don't forget to watch my server series, because I've been working really hard on that. We may feature some of these builds in there, you never know, but you're only going to know by watching it. So I'll see you guys in the next one.